Hey guys, Gold here. This is going to be a bit of an unscripted video, so apologies in advance if I'm a little all over the place, a little rambly at times. Um, this is just meant to be like a quick little update video regarding, the future of the channel and my plans going forward. Now, don't worry, this isn't going to be like I'm going to stop making videos necessarily. But videos going forward might take a little bit longer to come out. Well, okay, to start off more simply, Runeterra rewrites, right? The main sort of draw of this channel thus far, right? That series is quite possibly going to be coming to an end. I know that might be a little bit of a shame to some of you, maybe not, I don't know, but yeah, it was always meant to be just sort of you know, League of Legends and its characters and its world are all deeply fascinating to me, right? In a roster of over 140 characters, there are so many champions that I just find really engrossing, really engaging, whether they're heroes, villains, neutral, whatever. But, again, as I've said many times before, especially considering that we're still in the process of retconning and rebooting, everyone to fit into the modern world of Runeterra, some of them have made the transition a little better than others. Some characters are added to the game without perhaps quite as much forethought as they should have been. Right, and it's like, at this point, I've done, over 20 Runeterra rewrites for various characters that I think, could have been executed better or could have been done better. But that's still quite a small number compared to the over 140 characters that exist in the game, right? It was always going to be a situation of just, we hit the point where I feel like I've covered just about everyone that I think really deserves a Runeterra rewrite, which there are still a few characters that I think are a bit lacking in some regard, but, one of the main points of Runeterra rewrites, as I, say in my intro time and time again, is that they're supposed to be reimagining a character as they currently exist without changing anything about their in-game designs or voice lines. And I think the few characters who remain that really deserve proper rewrites are kind of beyond salvaging without a full-scale VGU. One example that I'd like to point to is Grogas, a character who I actually wanted to do a Runeterra rewrite episode on for a very long time, and I even had a few different iterations of his script, but it's try as I might, I just could not find anything for him that I was happy with, because Grogs' character, as he currently exists now, his design, his model, his voice lines, they're all just centered around being a gross, drunk, fat man, and there's really not a lot I can salvage there, personally, I think. I'm really hoping we'll be able to see the day when Grogas gets, a proper VGU, and whatever that might entail. Maybe I'll do a proper Let's Talk About Grogas video at some point in the future. Right, but for the time being, yeah, Runeterra Rewrites is probably going to be coming to, I'm not going to necessarily say a definitive end, but it will probably stop being as prevalent on this channel going forward. Now, Let's Talk About videos, on the other hand, I still have quite a few characters and their histories that I would like to ramble about, which, video essays of that style might become the norm in the future. So far, Let's Talk About videos have been focused more around, like actually going in depth on characters and being like, okay, this is, in my opinion, what I think the core issues of this character are, their general history, trying to dissect, how we got here, why they are the way they are, so on and so forth. That said, I might be starting a new series in the future, which I'm currently thinking of titling something along the lines of Runeterra Recollections, which will just be a general sort of deep dive into the history of various champions who've been in the game for a long time and who've been retconned, time and time again, right? Warwick, Soraka, champions that have quite a complicated real life history behind them, who I don't necessarily think that they all need rewrites, but I do find it, very interesting to delve into, the actual history of a champion and how their character has been reimagined, even by Riot themselves, so many times over the years, both before and after the Great Retcon. So that might be, another thing that I'll be doing in the future on this channel. But I'm also thinking about, and League of Legends content is still probably going to be my main focus for making videos in the future. But, that's never been like the sole focus of my channel, and I will probably be branching out into other franchises in the future for, deconstructing them, possibly offering rewrites, critiques, just whatever I sort of feel like doing, really. That's kind of always been the point of this channel, honestly. Like, just talking about things that I want to talk about, getting ideas out there, criticizing and deconstructing art, talking about what I like, what I dislike, right? Really just a way to get my sort of ideas and opinions out there. And that will continue to be the focus of this channel going forward. But as I said before, videos will probably not be coming out quite as frequently, as I have a few more ambitious projects in mind that are probably going to take a little bit longer to edit, a little bit longer to, finish the scripts for. So, I'm still ideally going to try to put out contents on the weekends, right? Saturdays and Sundays, but probably not every weekend going forward. So, just wanted to throw that out there. Anyways, yeah, that's all I really have to say at the moment. So, I just want to say thank you all for watching and listening. I will be honest, this channel and these videos have actually done a lot better than I initially anticipated. I'm still probably not going to aim for like a full-time YouTube career necessarily, but I do just want to give a big thank you to everyone who's watched, everyone who's subscribed, everyone who, offers feedback. It really does make me quite happy to know that there are people who actually like the content that I'm putting out there, even when I'm mostly just, doing it to get my own thoughts out of my head, really. So, thank you all again for watching, and I hope that you can continue to enjoy whatever I put out in the future. Bye for now.